Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Happy Sunday. Well, I guess it's Monday for you, isn't it? So happy Monday. It is currently 1:18 a.m. on this somewhat warm, breezy, early fall. Well, I guess it's not early fall anymore, is it? It's fall evening. And I have a cup with ice and Diet Coke and another Diet Coke for me to finish listening to my audiobook, the third book in the Josh Lanyon Cozy Mystery Series. I think it's called Murder at the Marauder's Masquerade or something. It's about a masquerade ball. Anyway, it's the third one. I'm so into this series, you guys. And let me tell you, last night, after I got done vlogging, I finished the second book, The Secret at Skull House, which was just as good as the first one, if not better, because now I kind of like know the characters and stuff, so I really like that. I'm really liking it, you know, like once you get into a series and you know the characters and whatever, it's really fun. And then I was like, okay, I want to listen to the Kristen Smart podcast, Your Own Backyard. Like, I want to start listening to like an episode a day so that I can like really get into that. And so I was like, I'm just gonna listen to a little bit of the third book in the series, and I ended up listening to an hour of it. So I literally have just an hour and a half to listen to it tonight and finish it. So I'm probably gonna finish it. I mean, they're really short, you guys. They're like, this one's like 6 hours and 16 minutes long. So they're really, and I listened to them at 2.5 speed. I could actually listen to it probably faster than that, because the narrator, it speaks slowly, but I'm kind of just like enjoying it at the speed that it's at. So anyway, yeah, I'm like finishing like one of these a day. I'm loving it. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. Well, the fourth one I'm gonna listen to next, and then the fifth one I think comes out like the middle of October or something like that. I actually tonight on Audible, I got on Audible and I was like looking around, and Benjamin Ilear Signs, if you guys have ever read any kind of young adult, I'm sure you've read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secret to the Universe, which is one of the most fantastic YA LGBT books out there. If not, in my opinion, the best. And so, like, people have begged for him to write a sequel to it. And he was, like, really kind of non-committal to it for years, and then came out and said that he had been working on a sequel to it. Well, the sequel is finally coming out, and I think it comes out on the 12th. So I pre-ordered it. I don't know what I'll be reading at that time, but I can tell you I'll be starting that book that night, even if I'm in the middle of something else, because, well, maybe. I might finish whatever else I'm reading, but I'm really excited about reading that book. Because that was like one of the very first young adult books that I ever read, was Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And I just like bawled my eyes out reading that book. The end of it is just so beautifully done. So, this in the back. I bought that tonight. Yeah, so I listened to like an hour of the book last night, and then I listened to, I think it was the third episode, and I started the fourth episode, or I finished the second episode and started the third episode of Your Own Backyard. I don't know which one I did, but it's interesting as it goes on, like the things that he reveals and whatnot. So I'm going to listen to a little bit more of that tonight, and I'm going to try to finish this audiobook, depending on how tired I get though, because I was going to lay down for a little bit tonight, and then Alex and I ended up watching like 3 episodes of the show today. So we got up today and we went to Cafe Patachou, which was so funny because somebody commented on my Instagram story, and they said, it's so funny because I'm watching your vlog right now where I said something like, screw that gluten-free waffle, I'm gonna have an omelet and a bagel, and that's exactly what I had, and I took a picture of it and I put it on my Instagram story. I'm trying to be more active on my Instagram stories. And so, they were like, oh my God, I'm listening to your vlog right now. So whoever said that to me, thank you, that was cute. So anyway, we went to Patashoot today and we had brunch. And then I wanted to make some videos today. Alex wanted to go visit his mom and grandma because he hadn't seen them since before we left to go to Vegas. So he went over there. He was only there for like an hour. He didn't hang out with them that long. And then he came home after I finished doing videos, and he was watching like TV, and he was like, do you want to watch American Horror Story tonight? We have like all these shows that we've been talking about watching together that we need to catch up on. We want to watch American Horror Story, and then we want to watch the other Ryan Murphy show, I don't know what it's called, but American Crime or whatever, which is like, he did the Versace one, and then he did the People versus O.J. Simpson. He might have done those in a different order. It might have been People versus O.J. Simpson first, but anyway. And then this one is the Monica Lewinsky story, and it's supposed to be really well done. So we want to watch both of those shows. So he was like, well, which one do you want to start? He was like, I think we have like 3 or 4 episodes of one and like 6 of the other. And I was like, let's watch American Horror Story first, because I'm, to be honest, more interested in that one. I'm interested in watching the Monica Lewinsky story just because I love Ryan Murphy, I love Sarah Paulson, and I want to see how it's done. But like, I'm not super interested in that storyline. So, but it is interesting because I was like, you know, I can remember that when it happened. But I also remembered the O.J. Simpson stuff when it happened. So that was kind of wild watching that show. And I also remembered the Versace shooting when that happened. They have their music like blasting. But it sounds like classical music or something. So I went to Meijer to get, this contact is like just dried up, like as soon as I got in the car. I don't know if it's because like the heat was shooting in my eye or what. But, I went to Meijer to get some stuff to eat. I got onion dip with chips. I got like such unhealthy stuff. And then I got these little pumpkin spice tea cakes because I wanted to have tea. And so when I saw the tea cake thing, I was like, oh, this is perfect, because then I can have my green tea, and I drink green tea and honey sometimes while we're sitting there watching TV. I either usually have like a cup of decaf, or I'll have like green tea and honey after I eat. And so I knew that we were gonna sit there and watch a show, so I was like, oh, these little tea cakes are perfect. So I got those. When I was going into Meijer tonight, there were like, in front, they had all these mums, but they had 2 of the most perfect yellow looking mums, and they were in these like big baskets, like woven, like not wicker, but you know, like you know, cheap wood. I don't know what the wood I'm looking for. Woven like baskets. They were cute though. And so, I mean, most people I think would take them out of that and put it in something else, but I was like, okay, these are cute. But they were expensive. They were like $24.95 each. But they're beautiful, and they're like this big. And I was like, oh, I've been wanting to get some mums. And I was gonna wait till Thursday or Friday, which is like October 1st, I think is Friday, to go and like get all the mums and stuff for, you know, the fall season. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it now. And I think what I'm gonna do is, one of the ferns is not doing so great anyway, so I'm gonna try to keep it going. The other fern, the neighbor lady across the street said she might want some of the plants. I think when I mentioned it to her, she said something like that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these plants, but I'm going to start buying some mums. She was in my BookTube video, by the way. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with those plants. But she said something like that. And, but I want to get some mums. So I was like counting how many of the stands that I have. And I have 5 of these plant stands. So I'm going to leave the the one fern hanging. And then I think I'm going to buy, well, really I only need to buy like 3 or 4 more things, because I want to have 2 mums down and then the rest of them in the plants, so that all the chairs are surrounded by like, and I think I'm going to get different color mums. I think I'm going to get like, well, Melissa has 2 of the purple ones. Who is honking at me? I have 2 of the purple, she's got 2 purple ones. It's a weird night outside. I don't know why. This guy's like staring a hole through me. So Melissa has 2 purple ones, and then if I got 2 rust ones, I think that would look like perfect out there. It would look like real fallish, especially with like the blue chairs. I think that would look really nice. And the fern like hanging, I think it would look great out there. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Unless I go to Costco, and I love those planters so much. I just can't believe that the plants at Meijer at Costco are 10 times nicer and so much cheaper. Like, it just is crazy to me. So I'm also really low on gas. I'm like down to like almost 1/8 of a tank of gas. So I'm gonna have to get gas tonight. Oh, but anyway, so I did that. I got those mums. Oh, earlier before that, when Alex was at his mom's house, I like made the bed like perfect. I like put all the pillows up, and then I lit all these candles. I had like all these candles going in the house, candle waxes going. And then later, when Alex and I were taking a break on our show, he had to go to the bathroom and do some other stuff, laundry in the basement. So I was like, Boo Radley and I were laying on the bed, and I said, Boo Radley, oh, because I had been burning that candle upstairs, that marshmallow fireside, which has like become our favorite candle. It smells so good. It's like, it smells like a bonfire. It just smells perfect for fall, you know? And it's really a strong candle too. So I was like, Boo Radley, let's get on Bath & Body Works and look at some candles. Okay, so I don't know if this is something that they always do, but if you ordered it tonight, it was like 20% off every 3-wick candle. And then free shipping and handling on anything over $75. And then if you use their code BRISK, B-R-I-S-K, like cold, brisk, you know, you got an extra like 20 or 40% off. I ordered so many candles, you guys, and I ended up getting some unbelievable deal. I got like $50 or $60 off of this order. I think it was like $50. It was like, no, I think my order was like, I mean, I ordered like hand soap, I ordered like the plugins, I ordered all kinds of candles, and I think it came to $168 and I got it for like $120. So I think I got like $48 off, which I was like, that is an unbelievable deal. And that was all 3-wick candles and soap and stuff like that. And actually, when I was checking out, I could have done better than that, because like the soap and the plugins were two for $14.99 or something like that, and the soap was like, people that shop at Bath & Body Works are gonna probably be like, yeah, Peter, that's how it always is. But they were like 4 for $20 or 6 for $24. And if I had done that, like if I had been smart about it, because I think the soap alone was like $7.50 or something, I don't know how much it was, but if I had been smart, I would have just ordered like 4 of those, because we use this Bath & Body Works soaps a lot. So I ordered that. Then Alex and I were watching American Horror Story double feature. It's really good this season, but it's very bloody and very gruesome. And it's usually, American Horror Story isn't usually like that, like right out of the gate. We watched 3 episodes back to back. After the first one, I was like, are we going to watch a second one? He was like, yeah. So then after the second one, I was like, are we going to watch a third one? He was like, okay. And then he was like, I got to go to bed. I was like, okay, well, if we catch up on, did we watch just 2 or did we watch 3? I feel like we watched 3. I'm almost positive we watched 3. But we may have just watched 2. No, we watched 3. So it's getting really good, but I don't know what they're gonna do like halfway. Well, they must be there already, because I think 6 episodes are out already, or at least it's gonna happen. Maybe this episode is when it's gonna switch over to the other storyline or something. I don't really know what's gonna happen with it, but it's like halfway through the season, the entire storyline switches, and then at the end of the season, it kind of brings both storylines together. I don't really know how it's gonna work. I'm very confused by it, but I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with it. So we watched that, and then Alex went upstairs, and I turned everything off, and then I went upstairs, and I was taking some pictures of the dogs and talking to, he was playing his game, and then I was pulling Tucker's toys out, and look, I feel like we have like so many of those lamb chop things. Those, we call them Lady. We call her Lady. Lady and fake Lady. But we've got the little lady and little lady. But we've got a couple little ladies that have like Halloween witches hats on it. And then we've got like one that has like a Christmas themed one. And I couldn't find any of those. I don't know where those are at. But Alex has he bought all of these on Amazon. I think this is during the lockdown, because he got like real into cleaning stuff up. He bought like all of these cloth baskets. And so all of Tucker's toys are in these cloth baskets that are underneath the couch now in the bedroom. So I was like looking through all these baskets, looking through Tucker's toys. And I was like, Tucker, what happened to all your ladies? We love your ladies. And then I was taking pictures of them and stuff like that. So that was fun tonight. Alex and I had a very relaxing evening together. And I made a frozen pizza too. But I only had 2 pieces of the frozen pizza, and the rest of it I put in the refrigerator. I said he could have the rest of it. I was like, you don't want any of this? Oh, he made a salad tonight. And I was like, you don't want any of this frozen pizza? And he was like, oh, when I left to go to Meijer, I was like, do you want anything? He was like, no, I'm not hungry. And I said, okay. And he was like, I said, I'm gonna go get snacks. And he was like, snacks like candy or snacks like food? And I go, do you want food? And he was like, oh, you know what? I have a bagel and potatoes left over from brunch today. And I said, do you want food? And he was like, no, I'm not hungry. And I go, well, do you want candy? Because I just bought you I bought him this huge bag of gummy bears, and he hasn't opened it yet. And he was like, no, that's what I was gonna say, is I already have candy. I go, well, then what did you want? He was like, I don't want anything. So then I came back inside into the house, and I was like, oh my God, it smells like somebody's been cooking in here. And so I came around the corner. He had made grilled chicken on his George Foreman grill. He makes it on his George Foreman grill for a salad. And so I was like, he was sitting there eating it, and I was like, I thought you said you weren't hungry. And he was like, yeah, I got hungry as soon as you left or something. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, that's when we watched our show. But it's like so gory that when I was eating my like cheese pizza that looks like flesh, I was like, I'm not hungry for this right now. This show's making me not hungry. I mean, it's bloody this season. I kept on saying to Alex, I was like, who's the woman that plays the police officer? She looks so familiar to me, we couldn't figure it out. And then Alex finally was like, she was on True Blood. And I was like, oh my God, yes. I loved her on True Blood. That was a good show. True Blood was a good show. I think Mel is trying to read. Look at McDonald's. The line at McDonald's is, oh my gosh, there's so many people there getting their cheeseburgers. I think Mel is trying to read all of the Sookie Stackhouse novels so that she can watch True Blood. But I think only like the very first one has anything to do with the Sookie Stackhouse novels. But I think only the first Sookie Stackhouse novel has anything to do with the show True Blood. Or am I wrong about that? By Charlaine Harris. We interviewed Charlaine Harris way back in the day. She's a really cool woman. I remember the way that she writes. So she's the one that wrote the Sookie Stackhouse novels, which is what they made. She writes like cozy mystery series, which I haven't read any of hers yet, but I downloaded one. Maybe I'll listen to that after I finish the series. It's the Something Tea Water series that they've made into Hallmark movies. I've heard they're pretty good, actually. Aurora Teagarden, I think is her name. Cozy mysteries is what they're called. But anyway, she writes series. Some about vampires, some about this, some about that, you know. Some are just cozy mysteries. But anyway, I can remember in the interview, we asked her like her writing schedule and stuff, and she said she had like a house out behind her house, and she had like made it like, you know, like a little guest house or whatever, and she had made it into like a writing studio. And so like she would get her kids up to go to breakfast, or get her kids up to go to school, and she'd like make their breakfast and everything for them. And then at the end of the day, and then she would send them off to school, and then she would get ready and she would go out to her like little area, her little writing studio, guest house, and like clock in. I mean, not literally, but you know, like here I am, and she would sit down and she would write from like in the morning, like when the kids went to school, till lunchtime, and then she would have lunch, and then she would come back and she would write until like 3 or 4 when her kids got home from school, just like she had a regular job. And then she would cook dinner and get her kids homework and stuff, and that's how she wrote like for years and years and years and years. And I can just remember being so just inspired by that, like thinking that was like such, like to have that kind of dedication and commitment to just sit there and be like, okay, this is my job, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I think a lot of people don't, you know, and often I think many people often don't look at what they do that they love passionately and see it as like, if they have the blessing to turn it into a job, they then don't take it seriously like that, you know? Like, it's interesting, I'm a little bit better about this today, but I mean, it's just starting to change for me with like YouTube and the videos and stuff like that. It was funny, before I was coming tonight to go vlog, I said to Alex, I said, okay, I said, I'm gonna go, and he goes, go where? And I said, I'm going to vlog. And he goes, oh, right, like I forgot, you know? But anyway, almost every YouTuber, I would almost say, with the exception of drama channels, honestly, but like every like big mainstream YouTuber that I met, like they would have like a spreadsheet on their computer, or they would have like all of their appointments and collaborations and videos that they were, okay, they knew that like on the third, I couldn't do this anyway with drama because you never know what's gonna happen, right? But I guess on the other channels I could do that. But I don't know, it just doesn't seem to me to be like what I enjoy about YouTube. But they would be like, okay, on the third Thursday of the month, like they would have it on like a calendar spreadsheet. Like that's when they had it. So they would say to me, like, we would do like a video together, you know, and they would say, okay, this is gonna come out on such and such day, so when do you want to post yours? And I'm like, because you know, if we each did a video, and I'd say, you tell me, and you know, and I just like the organization of it all was just, I just was kind of blown away by it all, you know? Because I also don't think that you have to be that way to do it on YouTube. Like, I remember back in the day, like watching some video with Davey Wavy. You guys know who he is? Well, we interviewed him too, so maybe it was during an interview. We asked him what a day in his life looks like. And he was like, he gets up in the morning and he makes coffee or something, or has a protein shake, I don't know. And he answers emails for like 2 hours or an hour or something like that. I'm like, I still think about that. And I get a lot of emails, but I felt like I'm like flooded with like business opportunity emails, you know, like I'll have the business lady special, like in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, you know what I mean? It's not like I just wake up every day and I'm just like flooded with sponsorship opportunities. I wish, you know, but like that's just not how it is. It's so interesting because so many people reach out to me and they're like, if I send you, like people that watch my videos more, and they're like, if I send you like this thing, will you show it in a video? And I'm always like, if I see the email, I'm always, because a lot of my emails go to spam, but I'm always like, yeah, if you want to send it to me, I'll that would be very gracious. I would appreciate it, you know, or that'd be very nice, you know, thank you. I'll graciously accept it, and I will show it in a video, you know, and if I remember to link your thing and whatever. And can I just tell you how many people that I respond and say that to, like, I mean, here's free marketing, and they never send it. Like, they just never send it. There've been, like, a couple things that I was kind of like, that would be kind of, like, cool. And then I went back and, like, and then they just, like, their businesses they haven't followed through with either. So, I don't get as many emails as I used to. I get a lot of personal emails from people sharing their stories with me, and those I like to kind of take my time and read. And, you know, sometimes I don't respond to those because, or I'll say, thank you for sharing your story, and it's very short. But then I also feel like that kind of, like, it comes across as if I'm just kind of like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but those messages mean so much to me when people, I mean, literally paragraph, share, like, really intimate things that they've gone through, breakups, medical issues, people passing away in their lives, addiction stories of their own or family members, you know, and it's so endearing that when they share that with me, that I like to really take some time and, like, read those. Those are important to me. So I just kind of, like, read a couple of those at a time, you know, but I was, like, talking to an old friend of mine today, and I was like, she said something to me about, I can't remember how she said it, and she said something about, like, oh, so-and-so said you're just making videos, so you can't be that busy. This is a friend of mine that, I love her dearly, and she knows I do, but she also knows that I feel like she has no edit button, and she doesn't, and like, she said it almost just like that, like, you're really not that busy. I mean, you're just kind of making a couple videos here and there, right? And I was like, okay. I don't think people really, like, even though I don't edit my videos, like, I don't think people really know, like, it does take a lot of time, you know, to sit down and, like, move stuff around or upload it and film it. It's not the filming that takes time, and that's the part that I love to do, you know. It's just, like, sit there. If I could just sit on a live stream for, like, 10 hours straight, trust me, I would, you know, but I kind of enjoy the whole process now. I kind of enjoy that, like, I mean, it's not my favorite thing to, like, upload videos and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of like thinking through the process, like, oh, okay, well, while I'm uploading my Peterisms video, I'm going to do my drama video, and then I'm going to feed the dogs, and then I'm going to do, you know, I kind of like thinking it through, and it is such a blessing and an honor to be able to do what I get to do, and then I love to do, and get to do it from home, you know, and spend all that time with my friends, or my friends, well, that too, but all the few friends that I do have, spend all that time with my dogs, you know, and talk to my neighbors and whatever. I just feel completely blessed for the life that I have, and that's because of you guys. That's all because you guys watch my videos, and I don't know, I can't say it enough. I haven't said it actually on here in a while, but I just can't say enough how much it really means to me. I just am kind of blown away sometimes, honestly, by the people, the things that people share with me, and that people watch my videos, and I don't know, it's like a surreal life, and I just feel very, very blessed by it. I just, I don't know, it's just really, really cool. It's kind of an unbelievable thing. Like, I just never, ever thought my life would look like this, you know? So, and I think it also makes me, like, think about, you know, like I've been thinking recently about my Peterisms channel. Like, where am I at on time? I can't see. I'm either at, like, I think I'm at, hold on, when I stop the car, let's see. Okay, I've got about 45 seconds left. You know, I've been thinking about, like, my Peterisms channel, and, like, you know, I had some ideas of how I wanted to, like, kind of take it to the next level, and then that never happened. And I'm still kind of thinking about that project that I want to do. And then there are some other things I want to do on my other channels, you know, like, I'm always kind of thinking about, like, not reinventing the wheel, because I am a believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I also am a big believer in like trying new things and doing new things. And, you know, I like being able to think about like, well, how can I make people laugh more? Or, you know, what are things that like I want to talk about in my videos that I can bring up? I can't believe it hasn't stopped yet. It's gonna stop here. Hold on, just one. I didn't want to get into talking about something real serious and then it stopped, you know? But like, I like being able to think that way. Like, okay, like what do I want to do with this channel? Or what do I want to do with that, you know? But at the same time, like, I don't want to take it so seriously that, like, the people that I see that have, that, like, you know, where you hear about, like, YouTube burnout? I think the people, and maybe it's my age, maybe my age plays to my benefit on some level, that I'm able to do it and enjoy it and see what a blessing it is in my life. Because I think that so mmany people that are younger, and I could be wrong, it could have nothing to do with this, but I feel like a lot of get like a lot of subscribers and start doing really well very quickly. And this is smart of them. I think it's smart what they do, but they start seeing it in such a business way that they start taking themselves and what they're doing almost too seriously. Instead of just realizing this is, like, yes, I think they should take it seriously in their opportunities, but at the same time, it's like, don't forget to have fun with this. Don't forget that you're being given a life that so many people would love to have, or even just, you know, like you're being given opportunities that other people won't have. Don't take it so seriously that what you get to do that you love to do is causing you stress. You know, like that shouldn't be the case. That there are enough jobs out there in the world that cause us stress, that if you're being blessed enough to get on YouTube and make money working from your home, doing something that you love to do is causing you stress, don't do it. Or figure out a way for it not to cause you stress. I was actually kind of surprised today. I did this like Q&A, kind of. It was kind of a Q&A. But I answered some questions that I was given, and I got like, honestly, like total out of all the questions, which the Q&A had only been up for like 2 hours or 3 hours when I did it. I got like 5, maybe 6 questions, I think at least 4 or 5 questions that had to do with like, do I get burnt out on the drama? Or do I get tired of the drama? Or what do I do when the drama's too much for me and stuff like that? And I was kind of honestly like a little surprised that I got those questions, because I was like, the drama doesn't really, like, the heavy drama, like the really serious drama, like it takes a toll on me. But then I just decide I'm not gonna talk about it, you know? It's like, just, and I actually didn't clarify that in the video. I probably should have. I wasn't really thinking that way. Because what I do is, when I'm watching the drama and stuff, I just turn the camera off. Like, I mean, when I turn the camera off, I'm done. Like, I know that people have such a hard time believing that. I really don't know why. But there are a lot of people that do things that they love to do for a job, but when they clock out and they're done, you know? And when I am done filming videos and I'm done posting it on Twitter, I sometimes go in and read the comments, but in all honesty, like, I usually wait till the next day to read collectively the comments. I'll go in and like answer the comments that are like first, or those kinds of things. I'll go in and answer those comments, or, you know, the funny comments and stuff like that. But I don't really like go in and like really consciously read through the comments. Sometimes I'll read like 2 or 3 days of comments in a row. When I have like an hour, I'll just sit there and I'll read all the comments like in a row. But I don't, you know, I know that there are a lot of people that are like really, I think the reason why it's hard for people to believe that a lot of drama channels just turn off, and I don't know that a lot do, but I know that I do, and I know of like 1 or 2 others that like make the video, move on, make the video, move on. And I actually was taught that early on by somebody else that was a drama channel. You know, when I started, they were one of the only 2 drama channels that were around, and they said to me, don't get ate up with the drama, you know, just, or they said something like that in a video, I think, is they answered some question, and they just said, keep it moving, go on. I keep it moving and I move on, or whatever. And I was like, that's smart. And how did they say it? I think they said it in a video, that they get asked that a lot, and they were like, I just post a video, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. And I don't think that that's just drama channels either. I think it's smart for any YouTuber. I mean, like, to have the camera on you 24 hours a day, I mean, I just think at some point, I mean, I post on 6 channels, and it honestly doesn't even seem like a lot. But when you really, like, break it down, it's like, okay, a 20 to 30 minute video on a drama channel, right? An hour driving around the car. This is really the longest, okay? 10 or 15 minutes of me going into a store or talking on a bed with my dogs for my Peter Does Stuff channel, you know? Another 10 minutes talking about a book, you know? Another 10 minutes reading from my meditation books, and then reviewing some fast food restaurant or BarkBox or something like that. I mean, it really isn't that much of my day. And so I think when I talk to some other YouTubers and they're like, oh my God, I've been editing this video for 5 hours, and I've been, you know, on Twitter, and I got into an argument, and I'm like, well, don't. And they're like, what? And I'm like, then don't get into an argument with people. And I mean, if it's causing you that much stress, I know, but like, you know, and I think that's where people have a hard time understanding how some of us just turn it off, because a lot of the viewers too are like on Twitter all the time, you know? Somebody asked me, what do I think is more toxic? The comments on YouTube videos or the comments on Twitter? And I'm like, I don't get those kind of comments on my videos very often. I really don't. I definitely not like on this channel. But even on my drama channel, I feel like the comments aren't that harsh, you know? And I think, like, it was funny because I got this comment today on my video. I did see this, and I commented on it too. Somebody said, like, this is like the harshest comments I get, right, on my drama channel. Somebody said, oh, I had worn that happy birthday Lena hat that I got. I showed it, you know, that gal had her birthday in Vegas, and so her friend let me have one of the hats. So I wore it in my video, and I was telling the story, and somebody commented and said, regarding the Lena happy birthday hat, this is another one of your cringy attempts to have inside jokes with the people that watch your videos, just like you do with the workers at drive-through restaurants or something like that, right? And they're like, it's cringy and all this kind of stuff. So I responded to him, and I said, how did I say it? I said, wow, you really told me off. Happy birthday, Lena! I just don't take it too seriously, you know? I'm like, okay, they obviously have an issue with me. If they thought I was cringy for a while, why are you still watching my videos? I don't watch people that I think are cringy, you know, unless I have to do a video commenting on them. And trust me, even then, sometimes it's like, okay, how much longer is this? I had to watch this podcast with Jeffree Star the other day, and I was like, okay, this is like an hour of pulling teeth. Like, seriously, how much more of this do I have to watch? But then I like to comment on it. It is fun to comment on it, you know? But it's like, I don't know. This is becoming more of like a drama video. But somebody asked me what was more toxic, Twitter or the comments on YouTube videos. I don't get those kind of comments. Now, I see them on other people's videos. I see horrific comments. Maybe I just read my comments through rose-colored glasses, but I don't think so. I don't know. I will say this, I learned this from RuPaul. If you're going through some real sensitive stuff in your life, stay out of the comments. Don't. Like, if you're going through something, and you know you're going through something, you know, like I've said this on here before, there are things that happen in my personal life that I don't ever talk about on my vlog or my videos. You know, I might have a friend of mine that stuff's going through, or I might have a family member that stuff's going through that I just don't feel comfortable sharing about it on here. It happens quite a bit, honestly, you know, but they're real personal things, and they're not my story to tell, but I have a personal reaction to that, right? Okay. And you know, I think that's fair. I'm not going to share every aspect of my life, especially when it's not really about me, but it's about other people. So maybe I'm going through something personal right now, you know, or well, right now I'm not, but let's just say if I was, and I knew that, and like those are not days for me to be in the comment sections, because we get set off, you know, our emotions are higher, whatever. And I mean, Oprah has said that to all of those, you know, all of the RuPaul's Drag Race girls that, you know, stay out of the comments. And, you know, back when I first started doing YouTube, one of the recommendations that several people told me was, don't ever argue with people in the comment sections. Like, let them have their say, you know, unless they are being harassing or abrasing, don't delete their comments, let them have their say. And I've done that. You know, very rarely, very, very rarely do I typically don't delete a comment. I block somebody. And I'll wait, and I'll see, like, on this channel, I don't even, on any of my channels, I cannot even tell you the last time I deleted a comment or blocked somebody. I really can't even remember. I mean, it's been months at this point, if not more. I mean, I just don't really get all heated up about that kind of stuff. You know, I know other people do, and they're like, I can't believe it, somebody said this one. I'm like, let them have their say, you know, whatever. I mean, to be honest with you, 90% of the time, if somebody comes for me personally, I don't have to say anything anyway. Because y'all are so protective that by the time I've got to the comment to read it, you guys are like, how dare you say such horrible things to Peter? And I'm like, oh my God, they're so nice. They're so protective of me. So I don't really have to say anything. Those people typically don't leave comments anymore that are mean, you know, spirited. But I just let people have their say. I'm like, whatever. You know, sometimes on the comments on my drama channel videos, sometimes the comments that I think other people think I would take harshly are not the ones, but they are ones that open my eyes a little bit, you know? But what kills me is when, like, let's say if I'm doing a video about, like, a Jeffree Star, you know, and, somebody will comment and they'll say, how dare you? How many videos are you going to make about Jeffree Star? And you should just call yourself a Jeffree Star channel and blah, 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 blah. And then I look and their name is, oops, out of focus. Right when I was getting to the good part of the story. Hold on a second. Come on now. Anyway, they'll say, like, how dare you keep on talking about Jeffree Star? Jeffree Star is a god, and you shouldn't talk about Jeffree Star that way. And then I'll look at their name, and their name is like, Sheila Star loves Jeffree Star. I'm like, okay, girl, well, you're not a little bit opinionated, are you? Okay? And then they'll come in there, and they'll be like, you're so biased against Shane Dawson. Why do you hate Shane Dawson? I'm like, I'm not. And then I look at their name, and their name's like, the real Shane Dawson #1 fan. I'm like, okay. Okay. How about telling on yourself? Or like, you know, when people want to come for me and then I like look at their stuff and I'm like, literally everything that you say and do is to like protect somebody. You know, oh my God, the battery is dying on this video. People just crack me up. I just don't take it all that seriously. I'm like, can we just have fun with this stuff? It's really just not that deep. Thank God I do have one more battery though with me. Do I have two or did I leave the other one in the charger? But no, it just really isn't that deep, you know? I just feel blessed to, is this my lip balm? I just feel blessed to be able to do what I love to do. And I love what I do. Somebody said something to me the other day about what, if you start a 7th channel, I was like, I've always said that the only way I would start a 7th channel, well, oh, hold on a second. Melissa and I, our podcast will be on an individual channel. But I don't consider that a 7th channel because it's not like by myself. You know what I mean? because it's going to be just for our podcast. So I don't consider that a 7th channel, but I guess it will be if you want to consider it that. So in that case, my 8th channel, if I was going to do an 8th channel, which can you even imagine, 8 channels. If I was going to, though, the only thing I would do would be, I mean, I've got the bases covered at this point, that whatever I want to do will fit on one of my 6 channels. But the only thing I would do differently is, and I would probably just change it and put my Peter Does stuff, I would probably change it to a couples channel, if Alex ever wanted to do a couples channel. And he's gone back and forth. Like, it's funny because, like, when we do videos, he's always like, I have no desire to do that. But he's gone back and forth. He's wavered back and forth and said at times, like, I think I might like to do that, or that might be kind of fun. And then there are other times that he thinks he wouldn't want to do that and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe one day we'll do that. Anyway, let me change this battery. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Did you guys ever get songs stuck in your head? All right, I downloaded all these RuPaul songs last night or the night before. I think it was the night before, because it was 2 nights ago. Because I had watched the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, is it the 2nd season or is it 3rd season? 3rd season. So I downloaded all these songs. Well, one of my favorite songs is, and I think they played it on every episode of the Canada Drag Race, but is that song, You Know You Wear It Well. That one line has been on repeat in my head over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, can I just tell you something? When I was a kid, I wanted to be a truck driver, drive a semi, you know? And the reason why was, I can't remember where we saw it, but we saw it somewhere where, like my dad or somebody took me to, like, one of those truck and RV shows or whatever, and they have, like, the inside of it where they had, like, their cab, and they had, like, a bed back there and, like, a little kitchen, you know, refrigerator and, like, a TV and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I want to live in there so much. I always liked, like, small places, small areas. I would have loved a tiny house back then, but I always liked small little spaces and houses when I was a kid. I also was obsessed with those little books, like small little books. I'm looking at these 2 semis over here that for some reason, I don't know why, are parked in this strip mall, Ross Dress for Less and Trader Joe's. And I'm right in front of the spice store, the Fantasies spices here. You can see it right up there, see? But anyway, Fantasies spices. Okay, but anyway, so I'm parked here. I don't know why these semis are out there, but they are. But anyway, I used to love small stuff, like small little books. I always wanted the small books. And my mom, one year, she got me this set. It came in a little box. I think I have it in the basement, actually. I'm sure I do. And it's the little bear. You know the little bear that he likes chicken soup with rice. Do you know that one? And then his mom makes him wear the scarf and the mittens and all that kind of stuff, right? Anyway, I have all those little books, and they're like this big. And they come in this little container. But anyway, I always wanted to be a truck driver so I could sleep in the back of those cabs and have, like, my little house, like a little apartment back there. And then I read this book, like, I can't remember when I read it, but it was called Sarah, and it was about lot lizards. Anyway, needless to say, that was kind of the end of my fantasy of living in a what do you call it, in the cab of a semi. Do you think anybody's in here, though? Do you know where they park them and they sleep in them? Is at the casino. Like, way out in the parking lot at the casino. They park way out there, and then they, somebody is, like, walking through this parking lot. They park way out there. There's nobody sleeping in these, I don't think. You know you wear it well. And, there's nobody in those semis, but that would have been kind of funny if they would, huh? Anyway, at the casino, they park way out in the parking lot, and then they go in and they gamble and stuff, and they, you know, have dinner at the buffet and all that kind of stuff. I've talked to them a couple of times. They're nice. I do, I mean, as a generalization, I guess. It reminds me of that scene from Thelma and Louise when she goes by that one guy and she's like, truck driver's so nice, best drivers in the world. And then he's got that flap of that woman on there, right? And he calls them beavers or something like that. And she goes, oh, I hate that. I hate that when they call us that, beavers. And then Louise says, "You're gonna say I'm sorry, or I'm gonna make you sorry." Do you remember that? And then they make him take his pants off and they drive away. They're driving around in a circle and he's like going crazy and throws his hat. That's like one of the best scenes in that movie. I love that movie. I have not seen that in so long. I need to watch that movie. I actually bought it on iTunes. I have it on my phone right now. I have Thelma and Louise. I could watch it anytime I wanted to, but I don't. I don't know why. What was the movie I was gonna buy last night? Oh, Jumpin' Jack Flash. It's a gas. Yeah. Ugly crab. Wonder what they have there at that restaurant. Oh, crab crawfish, it says. This restaurant over here that's called California Burger, they've been threatening to open here for like months. And I don't know when it opens. Is there a sign? We should go drive around there and see. Now, it used to be the Long John Silver's. It still looks exactly like the Long John Silver's to me, but it's called the California Burger now. Now I want to see when this place is going to open. Somebody's driving through the parking lot of Applebee's, just like I'm driving through the parking. I think somebody, true story, that's a true crime right there. Somebody went missing at the Applebee's or something, probably, and I'm trying to look them up. I haven't been to this mall in forever, Castleton Mall. This is where we used to go when I was growing up, the Castleton Mall. It looks so different now, though. You know, you wear it well. I was just telling somebody the other day that where H&M is, it used to be this pet supply store. And when Alex and I started dating, we would go to the mall and we would like go shopping for clothes, outfits, and stuff, you know, to wear on the weekends. Like 3 nights a week after we would go eat, we would go into this pet store. And there was this little bee costume. You know, Alex and I started dating in August, and so this was going up to Halloween. There was this little bee costume, and it was like $40. It was like an expensive pet costume. Hold on here, I want to see what this California Burger. Join our team now, hiring all positions. California Burger coming soon. Is it a chain? Let's look this up on Instagram. I really do not believe that this is ever opening, because I have not. It says they have an Instagram. California Burger. California Burger. Oh, here it is. Fast food restaurant, it says underneath it. It's following 4 people. Indy Star. Eat Here Indy. Yelp Indy and Visit Indy. Those are the 4 people. They got a picture of it, like where I'm sitting right now. Like this, I'm literally sitting right where the picture is. Okay. California Burger has received so much support, so we wanted to say a big thank you by giving away $200 to one lucky winner. That was posted on April 30th. Well, maybe they have another one here in town open somewhere. It just looks like real basic burger. I mean, the big burgers, you know, but like with the crinkle fries and stuff. California Knockout Burger. Okay. Open for dine-in, your drive-thru, it's awful. Oh, what did somebody say? Open for dine-in, your drive-thru, it's awful. Hi, I see you all popped up in Castleton. Is this a local establishment that is indie-based, or is it part of a larger chain? People are asking all kinds of questions, I guess. Would someone say? Burgers are fabulous and flavorful, love them. Oh, they have shakes. Somebody has hold this picture out. Doesn't this shake? Oh, this is ice cream. Oh my god, this place is never opening. Who'd care anyway? What does it look like in there? Does it look like it's opening? I can see inside the windows. Even though they've got them all taped up and stuff. That place is not opening anytime soon. They painted it though. They bought it for a song because nobody wanted to go in there after Long John Silver's have been in there probably for 20 years. Probably smells like fish. I wouldn't want to either. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't even know. Oh, so we used to go to this store over here, this pet store, okay? There used to be a little Johnny Rockets restaurant there, and then right next to it was this pet store. Is Johnny Rockets not there anymore? Okay, what did I think that? What is that now over there? Oh, I can't get in this way. Oh, well, we don't need to know. So, we would go to this pet store, see? And Alex would say, oh, PeePee really wants to be a bee for Halloween. I've been thinking a lot about PeePee the last couple days. I've been really missing him. And I said he does. Man, I was so gullible, I swear. I was so in love. And he goes, yeah. I mean, Alex could say anything. Alex could say, because, you know, we were a one-car family and I would drive him to work every day. And he'd say, I'm really hungry for one of those bagel pizzas from Einstein Bagels. You are? And then I wanted to be boyfriend of the century. So as soon as I dropped him off at work, I'd go right over to Einstein Bagels and wait in line for half an hour to get him one of those pizzas. And then I'd take it over there. And then I would drive, this is the truth of the nature too. And then I would drive to McNamara Florist on the way home. And about 3 times a week, I'd send him flowers. The girls he worked with were so jealous. They were like, their boyfriends hated me when they first met me at that first Christmas party. They're like, you made us all look bad because you were sending Alex flowers like 3 times a week. I was too. And so maybe I'll send him flowers this week. Well, I haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna send him flowers, I think. So he likes the tropical flowers. He doesn't like I love stargazer lilies or the pom-pom things. Hydrangeas. I love those hydrangeas. He doesn't like all that. I think they're so pretty. I would, listen, if I had $1 million in one of those houses on the East Coast, you know, like in Wilmington, Delaware, or somewhere like that, I'd have big iron kettle buckets of those hydrangeas everywhere in my house. I think those are gorgeous. And stargazer lilies, and I just have everything be white in my house. Boo Radley and Tucker would love that. They could just mess it all up and make it not white. Oh, I invented a new song tonight for Boo Radley. How does it go? Something like, look at that guy just sitting on the pillow and his name is Boo Radley. That's a pretty good song, isn't it? Look at that guy just sitting on the pillow and his name is Boo Radley. I think that's the name of the song. I sang some other song earlier. Well, I was like in the kitchen and I was like, when you know the notes to sing. And Alex looked at me and he goes, is that where you got that Lunar Beauty song? And I go, well, yeah, but actually somebody wrote the lyrics for me and commented on a video. And that's where I got it. When your lips are dry as mine. But anyway, so I went and got that bee costume, and Alex was real excited about it for like one day. I was like, PeePee wanted to be a bee, and he was like, oh my God, thank you. And then he never mentioned it again. And then from that point on, it got real cold outside, and we would go in the store, and Alex would say, PeePee wants a fur coat, because they have this faux fur coat there, and he would be like, PeePee wants a fur coat, and I would be like, PeePee doesn't need a fur coat. He wanted to be a bee, remember? He can wear that bee coat, because the bee had like these ears and stuff, or these, you know, and he would say, no, that's for Halloween. PeePee doesn't want to be a bee anymore. He'd say, PeePee needs a fur coat now. PeePee told me he wanted a fur coat. And he would say things like, PeePee said if you were going to be a real good dad that you'd get him a fur coat. And of course I totally fell for it, right? So I bought PeePee this fur coat that was probably equally like $40 because they had the cutest dog clothes in there. We have videos of this. Alex actually, for my birthday, because it was something that I asked him to do, Alex had made a video of like all of these pictures and videos of he and PeePee. And so I said I wanted one as well for just me. And so for my birthday this year, he made me like this 5-minute video. It's really sweet, you guys. I can't watch it without bawling my eyes out. But he made me this video of that. I will tell you, it also has made me start taking more pictures and videos of Boo and Tucker, just because I want to have tons of video clips of them. And I'm glad that I did when they were younger too, because I took a lot of pictures of them like running around in the yard and stuff like that, you know. But what was I gonna say? So this fur coat that we got for PeePee, this faux fur coat, he couldn't even walk in, you guys. It was so big on him. He would just stand there and he couldn't even move in it. That's also the place that I think I got the, no, I'm almost positive I did, the aviator sunglasses. I got them from there. He loved those aviator sunglasses. He thought he was the coolest. Boo Radley and Tucker will wear clothes, but they don't love it. They don't mind their bandanas. I always take their bandanas off of them, but they don't mind them. They wear them. But PeePee, like, loved being put in little clothes. He loved wearing little shirts and sweaters and stuff. And he would just, like, sit there and he would, like, let you put them on. I mean, he loved it. To put them on and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Miss PeePee. Little PeePee. It's PeePee and Peter's Bachelor Weekend. It seems so weird that he's gone. I was looking at Boo Radley tonight, and like Tucker still looks real young to me, but sometimes Boo Radley looks older to me. And you know, since they don't have any teeth, they stick their tongues out constantly, and I don't know why, but on Tucker it looks, I don't know, it just looks funny, but it's cute. It's cute on both of them, but on Boo Radley, it makes him look older for some reason. I don't know why. I was watching Zach from The Adventures of Zach and Bee. I know he and his husband, Alistair, I think they are just, honest to God, two of the nicest guys ever, period, but also two of the nicest guys on YouTube, and I just think they are absolute role models for the LGBT community, and they just are really genuinely nice guys, and I've become friendly with Zach through the years. I mean, I don't know him real well, but we've talked off and on, and you know, a couple years ago, he lost his first dog, and I was watching this update video. I reached out to him tonight because I was watching this update video that he put out. It was just like a couple minutes, and their other dog is sick now, and I'm just like, oh God, I felt so bad for him and Alistair, and I was like, I'm not ready for that, you know, like, I'm just not ready. I just not ready to go through it again. Like, Tucker's been coughing a little bit, and our vet said that she wanted us to watch. She was like, watch it, but she was like, I think it's pretty much just his allergies. So I was like, okay. And then it like stopped, and then tonight, like, he hadn't been coughing at all. And then tonight, he, like, I mean, this has been going on for a while now. And she said, she was like, his lungs sound clear, his heart sounds clear, everything sounds clear. She was like, I don't want you to, like, borrow trouble. She didn't say that, but she was like, I don't want you to worry about this and think this is like another, like, PeePee thing. This is not like that. She was like, you know, and we caught that somewhat early, and she was like, but there's nothing going on with him. She was like, but one of the things that we have noticed about Tucker is that he won't walk on grass. He doesn't like to walk on grass, and in the cold, like, he will walk on the snow. He doesn't love it, but, like, he has no problem going out in the snow, but he doesn't like to walk on grass. Like, Tanya even notices at the kennel, like, where there's gravel, he'll walk on the gravel and he loves it, but he hates walking on grass. So we kind of wonder if maybe he isn't allergic to grass. Well, and that would, you know, but like in the last month, it's been so much worse. I mean, not horrible, but he's like, it kind of sounds like a cat with a hairball is kind of how it sounds. And it's always after we take him outside, and so it like only happens then. But it hadn't been happening, and then today it happened. So I've got to call the vet tomorrow. And I don't know, Tanya said she thinks that you can get, like, if a dog does have allergies, you can, there's different allergy medicine that you can try with dogs. So I'm going to ask the vet tomorrow what she thinks, if she thinks that's what it is, if she wants to run some tests, what she wants to do. We're going to see. He doesn't seem uncomfortable or anything. He just like coughs when we bring him in from outside, and that's like the only time. But I also know like I am congested, my eyes and my nose are running, and allergies are at an all-time high in Indiana right now. Like everybody that has allergies is talking about like how allergies are horrible. So I would have to think that if it's that way for humans, it would be the same way for dogs on some level. If dogs have similar allergies, I really don't know. I have no clue. So I'm gonna call the vet tomorrow and find out what she thinks. And we'll do that. But those little puppies are so good. I'm like really hopeful that they will live to be, I know sometimes little dogs live to be real old, you know? Somebody was telling me the other day that their dog lived to be like 17, 18, or 19 or something like that. Boo and Tucker just passed 12. I said this in my video today, my bark box video that so we did a bark box video on the review channel, that Boo and Tucker they were, in case you didn't know this, I don't know, some people are new to the vlog, so they were littermates, and they have never spent a day apart. They've never spent a night apart. They've always slept together for the last 12 years. Isn't that the sweetest thing? Like, it's the sweetest thing, but at the same time, like, it makes me real sad when I think about it, because I'm like, whichever one goes first, like, I don't know how the other one's gonna handle it. It honestly, like, it terrifies me. Like, it's one of my biggest fears in life, of, like, how the other one will handle that, you know? I think I used to kind of feel like if Tucker went first, like Boo Radley wouldn't know what to do. But Boo Radley is such a loner and gets very confused anyway. I just don't know how he would respond to it. I think Tucker, because Tucker is kind of an emotional dog. You can see, like, he gets very excited about things, and, you know, like loud noises, he kind of like, you know, he just is an emotional dog and he was really upset when PeePee passed away. Like, I think he got it. I'm not sure Boo Radley really got it. That I would be really worried. But I don't like to think about either one of them. Being gone, I just can't even imagine it, you know? I just can't even imagine it whatsoever. That bird out there, was that like a bat? I mean, I know it was outside my car, but I think it does make me feel better, though, that we've decided that we're not going to get a dog until they're both gone. Like, I mean, maybe if it was just one of them left, but even then, I don't think, you know, at that age or whatever, I would want to get a puppy and bring it in. I would feel so bad about doing that to the other one. Which then it makes me really sad. Like, that's where I get real sad. Because I think, like, you know, it's like an end of an era. Because there was, like, this period of time that was, like, Alex and I and the 3 dogs. And I think in some way, it's like, since PeePee's been gone, it took us a while to figure it out. But now it's like Alex and I and Boo and Tucker, and we've kind of like figured out this like new way, you know? And like, I don't want that to change for a while. Like, I want it just to be how it is. Like, I just don't want any you know, health or issues or sickness or anything. Like, I just want it to be status quo for a while, and just like, you know, I used to talk about this, like how I wanted time just to kind of stop. It's kind of like how I feel, like, you know? Like, things are good. I just want them to be good for a while, you know? Not lose anybody, not like my aunt and my uncle. We've lost my aunt and my uncle and my mom, and I just want things to be like good for a while, you know? And we have such a good life, you know? And I know that I mean, I'm not unrealistic. I know that loss is part of that. I mean, I get it, you know, like, people are going to come, they're going to go. Pets are going to come, they're going to go. I know that, you know. You know, there's been a lot of things that have happened that I just feel like, you know, I've said it for a long time. Life really is the bitter and the sweet. I mean, it's the ups and the downs. It's all of it, you know. It is that. And we wouldn't know the good times without the sad times. But I don't know. Man, I was talking about what a blessed life I have. I really worked myself into like getting upset, didn't I? You know, when you come from where I was at 26 years ago, almost 27 years ago, you know, where it was like every relationship I touched was disaster, and I wasn't successful at anything, and I was more of a burden to people in their lives. People really didn't want me around, and I couldn't even make a pot of coffee in the morning, let alone make my bed. I could hardly function, you know. That no, it hasn't taken me 26 years and 9 months to figure out those things. Those are things I learned in the first 30 days, right? Started practicing them more and more, you know, throughout that year and whatever. But the things sometimes that mean the most to me today are the things like a cozy house with candles lit everywhere and the bed made real nice. I made the bed real nice with all the pillows tonight, you know, and cracking a window open so the air comes in, and I think like to some degree, like I don't want that disturbed. Like that home, you know, like by losing something else, losing someone else, or, you know, something that's important. And every time I come down this road, I hit that pothole. I don't know why I hit that pothole every single time, but I do. This is like one of the ways that Tanya and I drive, and I hit that pothole like every single time. I don't know. Maybe it's just I feel like I need some breathing room for, you know, for us to just enjoy. But I know that dogs can't live forever. God, the last time that I was at the vet, she said that to me again, and I looked at her and I said, you like to say this is, we kind of joke with each other. She's real direct, but she's like 10 years, well, 10 years younger than me. She's like Alex's age, and she's real cute, and she's got like, she wears like those hunter boots, and you know, she's just real cute. She's got kids and stuff, and she always likes to tell me any chance she gets, you know, that dogs don't live forever. And I'm like, I know that. Like, I don't need the reminder of that. But like, I would like to think that they could, you know. And she's always like, oh, she was like, you're sweet. But like, you know, life is in those precious moments, isn't it? It's like tonight when I walked out of the room, Alex was holding on to Tucker, so I like reached over, and Boo Radley was like on top of all of my pillows, and he was like sunk underneath it, and I kissed his little head, and I said, good night, sweet boy. And he is too. They both are. They're such good boys. I love them so much, and good dogs. They're the best. I love them very much. So, anyway, with that, I'm now gonna cheer myself up by going to listen to my cozy mystery, okay? My cozy gay mystery. I'm gonna go listen to that, and then I'm gonna listen to this in your own backyard, the Kristen Smart podcast. So I'm gonna get off here now. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya! Oh, and for those that need to hear it, or for those that want to hear it, or for those that are still here, you're gonna hear it. I hope you want to hear it. One more, I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!